Call meeting order. All please rise. Ask you to join me in a moment of reflection on the business that's before us this evening. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Alderman Basso.
Here.
Alderman Bilek.
Here.
Alderman Clifford.
Here.
Alderman Key.
Here.
Alderman Kromarski.
Here.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Here.
Alderman McGovern.
Here.
Alderman McGrogan.
Here.
Mayor, City Clerk, Treasurer, and Attorney General present.
All right, thank you, sir. Got a couple presentations tonight. As you know, every year we have a tree decorating contest where various organizations decorate the trees that are placed in the art garden, and this year was no exception. We had 6 entries for this year's drawing, and the winners were, first place, the Little Winners Preschool. Second place was the Girl Scout Troop 55485. And third place was the Girl Scout Troops 51604, combined with troop number 55243. So each one of those organizations will be getting a gift card from the city for their efforts. There were 3 other ones who were the runners-up, and thank you for all who participated. It was a great effort, and they're still out there if you want to take a look at them sometime over the weekend or any time before the holiday. I understand there's some special other presentations. Alderman Clifford, are you doing those? Yeah. Okay, you're up.
I'd like to take this time, being it's a holiday season, in conjunction with the City Council and other people, to help in a cause that was presented to me for a children's hospital, La Rabida Children's Hospital, hurting for toys and things. And people around the neighborhood and the area have toy boxes that Accelerated Rehab are doing it. Jerry's got Toys for Tots at the Marine Corps up at the rec center that we both take care of, and Alderman Key did. But this one here was brought to me. So I have a couple of presentations, one being to the La Rabida Children's Hospital for their Christmas fund, and one for a group home at Sertoma for to help them out with some food and buying the food. So with that, here's the lady here from La Rabida. You want to go to the mic, and I understand you wanted to say a little something about the organization.
Yes. Hi, my name is Monica Jakowski, and I am a forensic interviewer and family advocate at La Rabida Children's Advocacy Center. So I work in the trauma unit for the Children's Hospital, but I'm stationed at the Park Forest Police Department in the 6th District of Cook County. And we do forensic interviews on children who have been sexually abused, physically abused, and witness of violent crimes. So far this year, we're coming up to about 600 kids that we've interviewed, which is remarkable, even given COVID, with kids, you know, not being around mandated reporters, not being in school and sports. So with also with COVID, our donations were extremely low that we usually get through the hospital. So kind of networked with a few people, and I greatly appreciate Alderman Clifford, the City Council, the residents of Palos Heights, just everyone who has made this possible. A lot of our families, this will be their only Christmas gifts that they get, so we greatly appreciate that. We've been going through all of our numbers and all of our lists for our kids, so we'll be able to give them an abundance of toys. So we greatly appreciate that, all the time and thought and effort that was put into everything. So thank you so much.
A word before the presentation. I'd like to thank last Councilman Alderman McKee made a reference to there's places out there to help during this time. If you look hard enough or not hard enough, you'll find them. And you reach out and help those people. I'm involved with a lot of different charities. There's Alderman McGovern, the Marine Corps Toys for Tots, and Mr. Brown, and the Veterans Home in Mantino, and numerous other causes around town that I'm more than willing to accept. This may or may not be my last time doing something like this, but we'll see. But first I'd like to, since the one is a little lengthy, I'd like to have Mayor Strauss accept, if he would, accept this from the Lions Club for one of your group homes for for a food source there that we usually give you every year, and I hope it does some good.
Well, on behalf of the Sertoma Center and Allsip, I've been a board member for over 45 years and president of the board for 25, I think now. And we run 9 group homes throughout the south suburbs. I'm running from Allsip, Oak Forest, out to, we've got a couple down in Homewood and Olympia Fields. Besides that, we train developmentally disabled adults we provide services for over 2,000 people a year, and we've been doing that for a number of years, and now we've kind of segued into mental health training and intervention. So, but this will go a long way for the people in the group homes to provide meals for them, and most of them, actually all of them, are on fixed income, and they live off the Social Security they get, basically. And we provide services and 24-hour service for them, but this little bit treat will be very helpful to the people who really need it. So thanks, Jack, and the Lions Club. Appreciate it.
Lions are glad to help. So with that, we have a couple of presentations to the La Vida thing in my little Santa bag here. I usually wear my Santa Claus outfit, but it's in semi-retirement, so this has to do. But it has the saying, believe, and that's a word that everyone should do, is believe. Believe in the cause you're for, believe in what you're standing up for, and just believe to help people will do some good. So, with that, I got in here, what's that? Wait a minute. Oh, we got a guest speaker.
The puppy.
And he wants to say, best to you, and he brought the guest, what's that? Oh, okay. So with that, we have our first one here. We have a donation to the La Vida Children's Advocacy Center for $500 from the Darling Financial Services in Mokina. We'd like to present that to you on behalf of them.
Thank you.
And what's that? Oh, there's more. And then we have,
You have a TV show.
like Netflix. And we have this.
The Hallmark Channel.
We have another one for the La Vida Children's Advocacy Center for $550. And multiple donors, Cross Concrete, Darling Financial, Jenny Clifford, Jeff Keith, Ken Bussey, Bretton Lewandowski, Jerry McGovern, and the Palos City Council. So accept that in the names of those.
Thank you so much.
And Froggy's got another one. He told me I wouldn't have to bring him out of it. That's good. But we have one more. And with that,
Big gift cards. I don't know.
and with that,
Wow.
to the La Vida Children's Advocacy Center, we have in the amount of $1,000 from the Palos Heights Lions Club, and part of that's from our annual food drive and Christmas tree sales. And I always harp what we do with this. This is part of it. And on behalf of the Lions, we'd like to hope that this will do some good for the children of the organization.
Absolutely.
And
Thank
you're,
you. Thank you so much. This will definitely be put to good use. My director and I are going on a shopping trip on Thursday, so we're having a bunch of shopping carts, a bunch of cars. So thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
very
one more thing. We have one more.
much. Okay.
All of this is yours.
Thank you.
And if you get a bag, you could take it or pick it up tomorrow. But, except my friends here. But all of this and the books, that goes with you. Goes with you. Sorry, Susan. That goes with you to the hospital for the kids that you think it's appropriate to give to.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Great job, Jake.
Hey, Jack.
Mayor, excuse me, but, Jack mentioned the rec center having the Toys for Tots program this year. There's probably about 1 million thank yous that have to go out for people that stop by that rec center and drop those boxes off. I initially ordered 2 of them. We're on box number 8. And every one of those boxes are filled to the gill. So the generosity of the people around in this town, to me, is coming out to be outstanding. And I'd just like to say thank you to anyone, everyone that stopped by and even turn around and drop something in there. That's all I have. Thank you.
Ditto.
You done? Thank you. All right, I don't know how I follow that, but we'll try. And under consent calendar, we've got the approval of minutes of the city council meeting from December 1st, 2020. Public hearing of the 2020 tax levy on December 1st, 2020. The approval of payroll and voucher list for the period ending December 11th, 2020. The approval of request for the Girl Scouts of Greater Chicago and Northwest Indiana to allow for a door-to-door solicitation for cookie sales during the month of January 2020. It'll be kind of cold out there, but that's okay. And the approval of request for a special use permit for a Santa parade through Old Palos on this Saturday, December 19th, in accordance with the city code. With that, I entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Moved by Alderman
Second.
Komarski, second by Alderman Clifford. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Komarski.
Yes.
All right, under my report, I'd just like to say Merry Christmas to all the residents and have a happy and safe holiday season. I think just tonight we see some examples of how generous people in town can be. And this has been a rough year, and I think this is the time where people such as the residents of Palos Heights step up. And I want to thank not only the residents but also our employees. We've had a rough year this year with going through this COVID, and we've been able to keep the city functioning. It's been a credit to the staff and what they've done and been able to come up with. And they've done that. A number of them have actually contracted COVID, and we've still been able to come in after their quarantines and getting through it and provide services for the people in the city. And so, it's a different season. I mean, it's not like any Christmas we've ever been through, and hopefully we'll never have to go through this again. But we have had some activities. We had the tree lighting. Some of our activities are in person, some are virtual. And we approved just now the parade, which was a parade organized by a group of citizens. They contacted me, and I got the rest of the city and the staff to pitch in and help them out. And hopefully it'll be something maybe we can build on that going forward. Again, people stepping up to help others in our community, and it's a time when you've got to dig down deep and see if you can help people who are suffering. We've got another activity coming up, which is a toilet paper chase, and God knows what that is, but it's for kids, and I'm sure they'll enjoy it. But again, during this holiday season, thank all you people at this DS here as we been through this year. It's been rough, and again, I can't say enough about our staff and how they've stepped up, and I can't say enough about the residents. They've also stepped up, just as we've seen tonight when making donations when people are hit the hardest during this time of suffering. Other than that, I've got a couple other things. I've got 3 motions on need to be approved today, dealing with our health insurance. The background on this is that we went out for bid on our health insurance, as we do every year, and the first came back with United Healthcare, which is our current provider, which was going to be an increase of about $500,000 annually for our health care. So we went out and credit to Dan and his staff, and they researched it and sharpened the pencil with some of the people, and then went to Blue Cross and Blue Shield and got a comparable program. And comparable is important because a couple of these things are tied to labor contracts that we have, and it called for an increase of only $40,000. The downside to that is we had to make some adjustments to the deductibles, so we're going to pay for that through a reimbursement system, not unlike Dan and I talked. I've had a couple employers who have had the same type of system where the employer pays part of the deductible. So our out-of-pocket exposure could be maybe $75,000 is the guess. So All in all, the down and dirty of this whole thing is after shopping this, instead of having an increase of $500,000, we're able to save about $325,000 in healthcare costs this year. So what I'm looking for is a couple motions. First is a motion to approve the city health insurance program for the Blue Cross Blue Shield for the fiscal year 2021, an increase of 4.9% over the 2020 rates with a 9.9 cap for the 2022 rates.
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Violet, second by Alderman Clifford. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
As I mentioned earlier, both of these next motions deal with memorandums of agreements, basically, because we have labor contracts involved in these situations. So I need a motion to approve a memorandum of agreement between the FOP and the city regarding the coverage of the out-of-pocket insurance expenses.
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Violet, second by Alderman McGrogan. Discussion, roll call?
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
And then finally, I need a motion to approve the memorandum of agreement with the Teamsters employees union who represents the Public Works Department, and that's for the city regarding the out-of-pocket insurance.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Violet, second by Alderman McGovern. Discussion, roll call?
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
All right, and thank you for your combination on that. City Clerk,
No report.
City Treasurer?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is the Treasurer's report for the period ended November 30th, 2020. The General Fund began the month with $4,427,636. Revenues came in of $557,327. Expenses of $805,015. Other source use $621. Ending cash in the general fund was $4,180,569. The total of all funds began the month with $19,209,658. Revenue of $1,256,831. Expenses totaled $1,759,442. Other source use $35,140, giving an ending balance, all city funds, of $18,742,188. That concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Need a motion to approve the Treasurer's report?
Second.
Moved by Alderman Violet, seconded by Alderman Clifford. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. City Attorney?
No report.
Any communication? Anyone have? Alderman Key?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I just wanted to say that I'm sure I'm not alone in saying that this week, as we received an email, that our hearts were broken to find out that Ed Dombrowski passed away. Without a doubt, Ed's probably the nicest person I've ever met in this city. He's just outstanding volunteer. He was at every event that we've ever had here. He's had some health difficulties over the years, and I wish there were more Eds around town because he was just a wonderful person, and what a loss to our city. It's our hearts, my heart and my family's hearts, and I'm sure the city goes out to his wife and family. And there's a lot more, as Monica was sharing, that there's a lot of terrible things going on right now in the world, and it makes you really think about how nice we really do have it most of the time, and so just let's try to keep a good Christmas spirit during a hard time.
Yeah,
Mr. Mayor?
I concur totally. I mean, I've known Ed for years and through St. Al's and through different functions here, and Madeline said he was just a kind man. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no other word you can say about the guy. He was just, that was the kind of guy he was, and going on, piggybacking on what you said, Jeff, to marry his wife, who I saw Sunday, it's a shame, but he did a lot for the city, a lot for the city, and he will be missed, so, yeah. Alderman.
Yeah, I just want to second both comments by Alderman McKee and you, Mr. Mayor, because I was just thinking about this over the weekend too, when we all got the word about Ed, and you know, over the years, like as Alderman Key points out, you know, he volunteers for everything. I was just wondering if maybe what we could do is like create like an Ed Dombrowski way, and I was even thinking if we don't put it on a street, if there's some kind of a rule against that, even this parkway, when we come into the city, you know, from any one of these different openings or something, maybe we could come up with something like that, or you know, one of the committees could put their heads together. But you know, to pay him homage, occasionally we have these outstanding people that, you know, just go over and above, volunteering for everything. And Ed, of course, was probably the leader of that group. And so maybe it would be a way to honor some people. And I'm sure he would never expected it when he did it. So we could at least, his family could enjoy that.
Yeah, good idea. All right, we'll come up with something. Okay.
You know, I used to golf with Eddie, with ex-Alderman Preston Ariel, a few others, and he had go to dialysis sometimes 2-3 times a week, but he never let that get him down. He was, like Jeff said, he's always upbeat, and he always hit him straight down the fairway, and be laughing and tell us stories. He never said any bad thing about anybody. He's just a great individual, and he, right to the bitter end, he worked solid, and he was working for the city at the time. I mean, the man didn't stop, and he had the personality to probably be unmatched. Never let anything get him down. His courage is just remarkable. As Alderman McGrogan said, a parkway of that, but I think that maybe we should look, you know, I was thinking about this and talking to Jeff about it, that if he asked if there was something that we could do for, in honor of him. And there's numerous places around, but one would be, considering that he was basically the city landscaper and designer, that an appropriate thing may be to name a park after him, at Dombrowski Park, in honor of what he did. And I just think that would be a total honor for him, for what he did in relation to what he did, to name something like that. So just a thought.
Okay, good point.
I'd like to say one
Sure.
thing about Ed. When he wasn't volunteering, he was working as a landscaper, and he did several jobs at my house. And the thing that I'm always going to remember about Ed is that he hired the nicest kids. The kids, I don't know where he found them, but the kids that he hired were the most polite, the nicest kids, the nicest to work with. I mean, Ed was a nice guy, and there were nice guys working for him. He was always a pleasure to be around.
Right.
And so were his employees.
Yeah, most of them were local kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Good. All right, anything else?
Okay.
All right, citizens wishing to address the council, there was nothing there?
Nothing.
Okay. Standing committees, Alderman McGrogan?
Mr. Mayor, I just want to second some of the comments you made on items 7, 8, and 9 covering, you know, the Blue Cross. The Finance Committee, along with Dan and stuff, did a great job. I was not around to assist, but I think that based on your comments about the savings, that's terrific. And I just think it just goes to show how well the city does work together between the aldermen and the departments. That's the end of my report.
Thank you, sir. Public safety, Alderman McGovern?
Mayor, the only thing I have is, it's the holiday season this year again, and please be careful with your driving. They'll be looking out for DUIs. So, and as I say, every year, it costs about $18,000 for a DUI over 5 years. So let that be your warning. Outside of that, I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoy yourself. And last thing I'd like to say is, we've had a pretty rough year, but I think we should really kind of still look out and see the good points that we accomplished during the course of the year. We've opened up a couple of businesses around here. We still have a couple going, and I just think that even with all the problems we've had and everything else, we still accomplish things in the city.
Right.
So,
They've been
That's all I
positive, yeah. All right, municipal grounds and property, Alderman Basso?
Yes, Mayor. Item number 12 on the agenda, motion to approve continued use of True Green for municipal property lawn treatment services for the 2021 season in the amount of $16,845.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Basso, second by Alderman Kromarski. Discussion, roll call.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
yes,
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Item number 13, motion to approve installation of an ADA compliant doors at the Lake Catherine Clubhouse with the door authority in the amount of $16,729.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Basso, second by Alderman Kromarski. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
That's the end of my report, Mayor. I'd just like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and everyone in the city the same. And I hope everyone has a much better 2020 and a lot to look forward to. So Merry Christmas to all. Thank you.
Thank you. Planning and zoning, Alderman Clifford.
Well, Mr. Mayor, we have no report, and if there's no business at the next planning and zoning meeting, it will be canceled at the end of the month. And I have some remarks under new business as far as wishing the city and my normal greetings, and Alderman McGovern, I still have something to read under new business
Okay,
too.
very good. We'll get you that. Recreation, Alderman Key.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to approve Campfire Concepts payment in the amount of $3,000 for work to develop a strategic plan, marketing plan, public relations plan for the rec department.
Moved by Alderman Key, second by Alderman Violet. Discussion, roll call.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve Vermont Systems Incorporated payment for the annual contract in the amount of $8,930.10 for use of the Rec Track computer system. That's what we use for on the computer for people signing in and making reservations and stuff. And over the last couple of months, we've had some little glitches and stuff. This is going to update all that and
Good.
make it better.
Second.
Thank you. Alderman Key, second by Alderman Violet. Discussion, roll call.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve integral construction payment number 3 in the amount of $330,047.72 for work completed on Palmer Park, pending receipt of waivers.
Moved by Alderman Key, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Violet. Discussion,
Just one question was, did Matt and his crew go over and inspect the work, or do a representative of their, make sure everything was
Yeah,
copacetic?
yeah.
all right. Roll call.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Then I'd like to make a motion to approve CVG's payment in the amount of $10,735.08 for work completed on the Orchard Park project.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Key, second by Alderman Violet. Discussion, roll call.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes.
And then finally, I'd like to make a motion to approve change order credit for integral instruction for the Palmer Park project in the amount of $14,000, $7.50.
So we get this money, right?
We're getting it back, yes.
Okay, good.
Second.
Everybody likes that part.
That's the
right?
kind of
Okay, all
change
right.
order we like.
Moved by Alderman Violet. Roll call.
Alderman McGrogan.
If anybody votes no on this, I'd be
That's
sure.
what I didn't even ask for questions. I forgot.
Yes. Yes.
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes, gladly.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
And so there's a, the rec department is putting together a map of homes and businesses or subdivisions that are lit up for Christmas. And so tomorrow's the last day that you can call the rec department, talk to Jenna Cinto, and tell them where your house is, and they'll put you on a map, and then we'll advertise that so you can, you and your family can go around town. I think someone told me this week that they went to like 4 or 5 different stores and couldn't find Christmas lights, because I think people are at home more. I think they're going above and beyond on the decorating, and if you just, you don't have to go somewhere else to see nice lights. There's plenty in town here. So take advantage of a lot of the decorations and enjoy that. And then the ice rink is in the park next to the rec center, and it was a warmer winter last year, and we only were able to use it a couple days, but the same rules and regulations will apply. There'll be a flag out in front telling you if it's open or not, and so keep your eyes open when the weather turns a little colder. And that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Right. Rules of Construction, Alderman Komarski?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to wish everybody in town a very Merry Christmas. Very Merry Christmas to all the city employees that really keep this city running like a well-oiled machine.
Right.
And if you're out and about, if you're shopping, shop in Palos Heights, dine in Palos Heights, and if you have to do any drinking, drink in Palos Heights also. Merry Christmas to everyone.
All right, license permits and franchise, Alderman Lewandowski.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have one item this evening. I'd like to make a motion to approve a sign variation request for Pop's Italian Beef to be approved with the condition that the LED portion of the light is only illuminated until midnight.
Moved by Alderman Lewandowski. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Komarski. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
And Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a few comments this evening. I'd also like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a very safe end to this very difficult year. I think if there's one thing this evening that, if there's a theme of this city council meeting this evening, it's service. From Mr. Dombrowski and to my fellow alderman, Mr. Jack Clifford. I want to make special recognition of you, sir, because you have your hand in everything. You have your normal causes, but when someone whispers in your ear and says, we need some help, not only do you jump to the task to help them out, but you also, like a Pied Piper, call all your friends and say, hey, why don't you show up here? Hey, do you want to do this? And we follow your leadership, and you know what? You get a really good feeling out of serving other people. So again, if there's a theme of this city council meeting tonight, if you're having a very difficult year, you're struggling, look to do something for someone else. It doesn't cost nothing, maybe a little bit of time, maybe a little bit of, elbow grease or something like that, and you can really brighten someone's year. And thank you, Mr. Clifford, for setting a good example for all of us.
Well said.
Well said.
Thank you.
That concludes my report, Mr.
All
Mayor.
right, thank you. Water and Sewer, Alderman Violet.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no report, but I would like to hope that our public works guys have good luck this year and get to spend Christmas and New Year's with their families. You never know weather-wise.
You know.
And when weather strikes, I mean, they're there,
Right.
and we can only wish them luck.
Right, good point.
That's the end of my report.
All right. Business and Economic Development, Alderman Key.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would just like to say Merry Christmas to all our residents and also our business owners and the people that work in all of our businesses. And may everyone have a happy Christmas with plenty of family time, but also just everyone stay healthy in 2021. And that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Ad hoc Cable, Alderman McGovern.
Mr. Mayor, I also want to wish everybody a happy, Merry Christmas and wonderful New Year to them. We can't get any worse, so we got to get better. But with that, I'm going to put a presentation up here for us to watch. It's from the Cleveland Clinic. It was sent over to Channel 4, and it's only going to take like a minute and 10 seconds. So, with that, would you please start? thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
To the staff behind it, we never see it, it's working back there full-time. Each and every one of you, Merry Christmas to you. You talk about a city that does a beautiful job. This is a group of volunteers to put probably the best TV station for public service that you can find. Okay? And I commend them all for their hard work. Carl and Ron, every time I walk in this place, one of them is sitting here doing something on them. So I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody and thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, any old business? All right.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
To comment, maybe tag along on what Alderman Key said about the decorations and the lights within the city. At the end of the year, or even now, like if you had lights that when you were putting your trees or decorating your outside that seemed to, over the winter, they just decide that they're going to take a siesta and never come back on again. I found that out firsthand with about 30 sets of lights this year. And so I've been looking to donate them. And in prior years, Orland Park accepted them. They're not accepting them this year probably because of the COVID and just keeping people out of the building. But I was on the phone today looking because I got this box that I would like to move around. And I found online at 159th, there's several stores between Harlem and pretty much a block or two either way. One of them's the St. Vincent de Paul, which is like around 7010, 159th, over kind of just like west of the Home Depot and over by Wendy's. And then Goodwill is over in that neck of the woods. And there's a third one, which I don't have the address on. But they're all over. You can just, like, if you're interested, Google, like, recycling Christmas lights or trading in, donating Christmas lights. And it'll come up, and because it is amazing how often they go out of whack. But anyhow, it just and also too, they use them for groups to work on during the year, and then they fix them, and then they try to donate them and resell them to people that need them.
All right, thank you. All right, Santa Claus?
New
Sorry,
business.
Jack Santa Claus.
We have a two-type thing,
Oh, okay.
usual at the
Tag
end,
team.
but Alderman and Governor and I sort of collaborated on this thing. We usually read something about servicemen and that, but come up with something different, and it's just ironic that Jerry and I came up with the same thing. So we decided to split the reading of it. Twice we decided to.
Thank you, I
We'll
appreciate
split
that,
it,
that's
yeah.
better, yeah.
Okay? All right. It was the month before Christmas, and all through the town, people wore masks that covered their frown. Contagious and deadly, the virus spread fast, like a wildfire that starts when fueled with gas. Airplanes were grounded, travel was banned, borders were closed across air, sea, and land. From March to July, we rode the first wave. People stayed home. They tried to behave. When summer emerged, the lockdown was lifted, but away from caution, many folks drifted. Go ahead.
Now it's December and cases are spiking. Wave 2 has arrived to much of our disliking. Frontline workers, doctors, and nurses try to save people from riding in hearses. It's true that this year has some sadness aplenty, but we'll never forget the year 2020. It's just around the corner, the holiday season, but why be merry if there's no even one reason? To decorate the house and put up the tree when no one will see it, no one but me. But outside my window the snow gently falls, and I think to myself, let's deck the halls. So I gather the ribbon and I gather the bows. As I play those old carols, the happiness grows. Christmas not canceled, and neither is hope. If we lean on each other, I know we'll all cope. And with that relates to what's going on here, and we hope that sends a message, or somebody can get the message from that. I thank Alderman McGovern, you just happened to come across that. And on my annual thing, I didn't say thank you in the middle of the thing. I always say it at the end. Again, this might be their last performances, but we'll see. And he's in retirement, so I'll spare you that. But Mr. and Mrs. Claus would like to wish the residents of Palos Heights a little song and a little merriment and a little wish. So with that, here we go. So with that, on behalf of the cast, the crew, the aldermen, and everyone involved in this production of 2020 Christmas, I'd like to say thank you to everybody, and to all the residents of Palos Heights. Have a safe, healthy, and prosperous new year. Thank you.
One thing before we adjourn, I would just be remiss if I didn't thank all the healthcare workers in the area for all they do. I've been in pretty much constant with Dr. Moisen over at the hospital, and he thanks everyone also just for the support the city has given the hospital and their workers. And they have stepped up, and it's a hard time for hospital workers too, just as it is for our employees. And I was remiss in not mentioning them earlier, but this is a rough time of year, and Merry Christmas to all, and stay safe this year, and let's get through. The vaccine's on its way, and hopefully this time next year we'll just be smiling a lot more. So entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?